Hello and welcome back to the Brodeurland Show. I'm so glad you're here. Today's topic on the Brodeurland Show is optimism. That's right. And I don't know about you, but I'm pretty optimistic about this video. I'm looking forward to seeing how we can take our thoughts, take our mindset, and really turn it around and really put a little hope and positivity into it. And so in order to really dive into optimism, I got 3 topics I really want to explore with you today. The first thing I want to take a look at is this. Optimism is all about telling yourself you can. Second, do you have hope? Do you have confidence in yourself? And third, remember, always keep your head held high and keep marching forward. So, those are the topics we're going to explore today on optimism. But you know the drill here. We got to dive into our Brodeurland definition for optimism. So what are we waiting for? Let's dive on in right now. So the Brodeurland definition for optimism, it goes like this. You got to have an attitude of hope and confidence for success in a positive future while working towards your goals so you can become that best version of yourself. Now that you know the Brodeurland definition for optimism, we got to dive on in. We got to really explore what optimism is all about. How can I be optimistic in my life? In order to do that, I got 3 quotes lined up throughout this video that really explore, that really embrace the idea of optimism. So what are we waiting for? I'm ready. Are you ready? Let's dive on into our first quote right now. Our first quote today is by Melinda Gates, and Melinda says this: optimism isn't a belief that things will automatically get better. It's a conviction that we can make things better. Being optimistic isn't just about having positive thoughts continuously flow through my brain. No, but Mr. Broder, I thought being optimistic is thinking positive, having a positive mindset. It is, that's the beginning. But you see, if all I do is have positive thoughts, that's not going to change things overnight. No, you actually got to believe in those thoughts. You got to believe that you can make things happen, that you can turn things around, that you can and that you will. If all you do is put positive thoughts in your mind and you don't do anything about them, then optimism, your optimistic mindset is going to slip away. You can't let that happen. You got to take those positive thoughts. You got to take that positive mindset and you got to allow it to fuel you, to allow you to believe that you can and you will, and that you will march forward and do something with those thoughts and make a difference. Now, this is the beginning. This is just the start of really understanding how we can be optimistic in our lives. But I still got another quote rolling forward. So what are we waiting for? Let's dive into it right now. Our second quote today is by Helen Keller. And Helen says this: optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. To be optimistic, sure, you got to feed your mind with positive thoughts. You got to have a positive mindset. But more importantly, you also got to have faith in yourself, and you have to have courage. You put the 2 words together, you got to have faithful courage. Now first, let's talk about the faithful part, right? You got to be faithful to yourself. You got to believe in yourself. You got to believe that you can and you will move forward to try to achieve what you're trying to achieve. Even during the grind, even during those dry spells when you feel like, man, I've been at this, I want to take a break, I want to give up. No, continue to believe in yourself, continue to move forward. Second, you also got to have courage. But Mr. Broder, I'm not really that, brave. I don't know if I can really have courage. Courage doesn't mean that you don't feel fear. Rather, it means, hey, I feel that fear, but I'm going to tell that fear, I see you, and I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm going to overcome that fear. I'm not going to let it hold me back. That's the power of faithful courage. Can I believe in myself? Can I have the courage to keep moving forward, even during those dry spells, even when I feel like I gotta give up, I can't really push myself any further? No, have that optimistic mindset, have that faithful courage to really power through and make a difference. Now, here's the deal. We got one more quote lined up, ready to go. I'm ready. I don't know about you, but I really want to make sure I have that optimistic mindset in my life. So let's dive into our last quote right now. Our final quote today is by Nelson Mandela, and Nelson says this: part of being optimistic is keeping one's head pointed toward the sun and one's feet moving forward. Here's the deal. To be optimistic, you've got to have a positive mindset. You've got to have faith in yourself, and you have to have that courage to face those negative thoughts and tell yourself you can and you will. But the other aspect of being optimistic is you really got to work on your body language. You got to be willing to stand on tall. You got to be able to walk with a purpose. I can tell you this, as well as me just practicing it every day. When I come into work and I walk with a little bounce to my step, when I am able to walk right to my classroom, ready to go, that not only reinforces my positive thoughts, it tells my body, hey, I'm ready for the day. But you know what? When I half do it, when I'm slouched over, when I'm tired, and I really let my body language really slip away, that affects my mindset, my optimistic mindset, my positive mindset, and I start to think negative. You can't let that happen. No, you've got to hold yourself high. You've got to march forward. You've got to have that faithful courage to tell yourself you can and you will, so you can start being optimistic today. So always remember, you make each day a special day by just you being you. There's no one in the whole world like you except you, and I like you just the way you truly are. It's good that you exist, but you got to go out there. You got to be optimistic. You got to keep marching forward and really be confident in yourself so you can go out there and become that best version of yourself. So until next time, Broder out. Peace.